Hey guys, welcome to Sizzle This with your host, me, Michael, and we have, wait, Christy's not here. Oh my goodness. We have a guest host tonight, which is Alicia, the most, Miss Beautiful Alicia. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. You can go ahead and it's the most beautiful. It's okay.
Beautiful. And our guest tonight is Judy.
Judy.
She is a 10-year veteran with RNY. So
Yes.
we will be picking her brain. I got some good questions for her, but let's go ahead and start. How was y'all's week this week? Judy, you want to start?
My week was wonderful. It started. I was here in Atlanta for a conference, but because of weather conditions, the conference ultimately got canceled. But I got to spend the entire week with Lorraine, my niece, so it was wonderful. We had a nice time.
Yeah, and for everyone that doesn't know, Lorraine, VSG, or I keep messing up her name, Xena Warrior, whatever, princess is her niece. Yeah. How was your week?
It's good. I had a lot of ups and downs this week, but overall things have been good. The weather's been really nice here today, and I spent most of the day outside, and cleaning. So.
Did you dust?
I did dust. I actually did, and I did my kitchen. Well, my mom helped me do my kitchen, but I went through there. But yeah, I went around with my duster and dusted everything.
That's right. Well, my week was a crazy week. As most of y'all know, last week I told you I dropped my phone in a boiling pot of hot water. I've been through 3 phones this week. I finally got a phone that works from the insurance, so I got me a new phone. Yay!
Yay!
Other than that, I've had a mind-blowing week, which I'm going to do a video tomorrow, and I'm going to post it on this channel and my personal channel about acceptance of where I'm at in my journey. So that has been a big thing I've been thinking about this week. So y'all be looking forward to that video coming this week. So let's just jump right in here. So Judy, can you give us a little bit of a background on you, your life, your journey this far, being 10 years out?
Well, let's see. I've on December 27th of 2004, I made I had my surgery, and as I prefaced before, I mean I was very unhealthy. I was pre-diabetic, heart disease. I had a stent put in the year before that, because I had a clogged artery in my heart. Also, sleep apnea was another issue too. So I had and of course, as we all have in the past have done everything possible to lose weight. I mean, there isn't a diet down the pike that I have not tried one time or another. Some of them more than once. But and it just nothing seemed to work. I mean, only because it's just food is my friend. I think we can all kind of it's kind of like a cliche. Food is my friend. And when you're upset, you eat. When you're happy, you eat. It's a birthday party. Everybody eats, that kind of stuff. So, I had issues with some some personal things that just created stress in my life, and I went to food. It was easier than having to deal with other people and trying to explain to them what my issues were, because it was just I would get something like, go for a walk, just push the plate away. Well, you know how well that works. So anyway, after I had the surgery, I started feeling a whole lot better. I was working. I had a job, and my husband. I've been married. Let me back up a little bit. My husband and I were he was in the Air Force for 30 years. So I was an Air Force wife, loved every minute of being able to travel and do the things that we were able to do. He retired as a colonel after 30 years, and him being such a workaholic, now he's home all the time. Love him dearly, for better or for worse, but not for lunch. But so,
Hobby, right?
but I'm sorry.
He needs to go get a hobby.
I didn't hear that. He needs a hobby. I have hobbies. I have lots of hobbies. So, but he was such a workaholic that after he quit working, it was difficult for him to, just kind of step away. Went into real estate, did a few things like that. But anyway, so while he was trying to transition to he wasn't a retired military person, I had already made up my mind that I had things to do and places to go and people to see. So that's where I started. After retired, then it was we moved to Florida, and we enjoyed life there for 11 years. I have a daughter who is 34, going to be 35, and I have 2 beautiful grandchildren. Unfortunately, they live in Arkansas. So Steve and I decided to move to Arkansas a couple of years ago, and that transition has not been really great for me. When I was on my weight loss journey, I got down to, I'd lost almost 100 pounds. Initially it was 85 pounds, which was great, and felt great, looked great. Buying clothes was so much fun. And then when we moved, it's just like the transition has been difficult. So again, food is my friend. So even though I've lost almost 100 pounds at one point, I've gained back almost 50, so at this point I've decided, okay, this is crazy. I know how good I felt. I have a stack of clothes that I can't wear anymore. So I thought, this is crazy. I'm going to be 67 years old in August, and I still want to look like a hot mama. So yeah. I've had ups and downs, lots of ups and downs. I would be doing well as long as I had things that made me feel fulfilled, my job, my friends, things like that. Then I was good to go. I was able to maintain a weight loss. I was able to keep things under control, not turn to food when I needed support, so to speak. So, but things have changed a little bit. So it's just recognizing that has been the first step. So we are living in Arkansas. Like I said, I have 2 great little grandkids, and my husband's driving me nuts, but I still love him. He's still and wants to be healthy and that sort of thing. But again, these old tapes, these old tapes play in your head that I don't like confrontation. I would like to be able to just kind of do my own thing without having somebody try to second guess me as to what choices that I make. So it's been a little hard the last couple of years. But I'm digressing a little bit here. I just remember how good it felt to be in a size 8 jean. I remember how good it felt to be able to dance and do things, and I did community theater, and I sang in a choir, all kinds of fun things that got me around other people. So, and I miss that. So I don't know what else I can say. Like I said, I'm glad that I'm able to recognize the issues that have popped up again, and it's just like like an old friend. I thought, okay, you sneak back into your head and start second guessing yourself about your choices, and I've just developed just bad eating habits again. But since I've been helping Lorraine with her journey, it has certainly aroused a newfound what's the word? Um, oh, she's she's a newfound inspiration in order to get healthy and to do things that are beneficial health wise. And she is doing amazing. I'm so proud of her,
Yes, she
and
is.
she has certainly instilled in me the pride in order to feel good and to be good and it's great.
Well,
Yes.
So
first of all, I want to say that you are gorgeous and
well,
you're
thank you.
beautiful. And if you're just as beautiful as Lorraine, Lorraine's an amazing person. And so I
She
just had to
is.
say that, you know.
Well,
Um, so, yeah.
well, thank you. I
Now,
appreciate that. And Lorraine,
now,
she's my other kid. I mean, what can I say? She's
Yeah.
my other kid.
Yes.
so Judy, did you say that you
Yes.
were going to be 67 this year?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'll be 67 in August. I have good genes.
Oh,
What can I
wow.
say?
I was just going to say, I would never have guessed that. You look like you're in your late 40s, early 50s, darling.
Well, thank you, thank you. I know my daughter says, yeah, I've got a 60-year-old mother who looks like she's 45. So
Yeah.
so she tells
Yeah.
me that it's kind of nice, and I love the compliments, and I try to take good care of myself, my skin, and just like I said, I thank my mom for the good genes. So
Yeah. Well, we have a few questions.
okay.
This is one that I came up with that, what did support look like 10 years ago?
The support at home could have been better because 10 years ago, not everybody understood uh, my my issues, my reasons for turning to food. But I did have a great um medical staff that kept me in check. Plus the fact that, like I said, I was involved with choir and community theater and things of that nature. So those people were my support for the most part. They were very encouraging, and I would walk in to a rehearsal or something and have on a size smaller dress or pants or something, and they said, "You're going to disappear." I thought, "Oh yes, can I please?" But no, it was my supports were mostly with my friends, and my husband was great. He just didn't understand a lot of the issues that went along with people who find their comfort in food, and so it took him a while to get on board, and because after I reminded him of some of the things that he had said that were quite hurtful. And he didn't remember some of those things, but when he realized, he thought, well, maybe this was the best thing for you. And from that point on, he's just always encouraged me to want to be healthy. So at first it was not great, but then as the years passed, it got much, much better. And then I said, my friends and family, or my friends and my coworkers, were the ones that were the staple of my encouragement and so on.
That's awesome. Because, now these days we have, YouTube, Facebook. There was not
Mm-hmm.
a big Facebook community back when you had surgery. Um, do you think you would have been more successful? Would it have been easier if you would have had something like that back then?
Like I think this this YouTube uh, is amazing as far as having so many people out there and having access to the internet and to people who have struggled and gone through it, and there's just so much you can learn from other people. And this forum is amazing. I am just so impressed. If I'd had this 10 years ago, I wouldn't have gained 50 pounds. Who knows? It's just the way it was.
Yeah.
So
Well, another thing, just another side one. Since Lorraine is doing YouTube and all this other stuff, do you watch videos of anyone that's in the community? So,
I do. I've subscribed to Lorraine's videos. I haven't done anything else, but now that I have my own personal laptop, uh, and we're going to download a few things so I can have access to that in privacy whenever I want to do it without any interference from my children or my husband or anybody else. So, because that's kind of what I like. I just, as much as I just like the idea of being able to communicate with people who are on the same plane as I am, who understand what it's like, and whereas not everybody in my family or that I know understands. So I like this forum, and I will certainly utilize it to get back to my next goal, which is to lose the extra weight that I put on, and get all those size 8 pants off the shelf of my closet. So
there you go. That's awesome. Another question here. Were you an emotional eater or binge eater before surgery, and has that changed?
Let's say that again. I'm sorry.
Were you an
I didn't catch all that, Michael.
Okay. Were you an emotional eater or a binge eater before
Yes.
surgery, and has that changed?
Emotional. And still, even to this day, emotions play a big part in the food decisions that I make. I mean, it's just, and it's no matter, and I recognize it, but it seems like no matter how hard you try to fight those urges, it doesn't always work. I know that if I eat something really, really sweet, I'm going to be sick as a dog. But you know what? I still put myself through that, even, and I think, why did I do this? I know that what the outcome is going to be. I'm going to be miserable and have to lay down for 20 minutes to get rid of this.
Right.
And but it's so the emotions. It's just very difficult. People just don't understand that it takes a lot, not only outside support, but inner strength in order to fight some of these little, I guess you want to call them demons or Twinkies or whatever that come that show up.
Right. Yeah, speaking of Twinkies, now they have all kinds of flavors. So, oh goodness.
They do?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You would know all about that, wouldn't you?
Well, you would know about the Oreos. What kind of Oreos have you been eating lately, Michael?
Red velvet Oreos or butter Oreos. No, we ain't. All right, come on. We got any comments tonight, Alicia?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Nothing yet.
Here we go. We kind of touched on your regain.
Mm-hmm.
The question was, have you ever struggled with regain, and how much, and how are you dealing with that? I know you said that you've gained about 50 pounds back. How long did it take?
From my lowest point.
Yeah.
It took me let's see, about the last 30 has been in the last 2 years. So 2 years has been about, but before that I had 15, 20 pounds here and there, but it wasn't so unmanageable that, I mean, it certainly, I still could, I still was comfortable. I was still able to wear clothes and keep it under somewhat of a control. And if I found that I was up a few pounds, then I would just start doing some protein shakes and salads, and it would work itself off, and then I would start walking and that kind of stuff. So I know how to do it. It's just of the last couple of years, this last 30 pounds have been the toughest, only because of the transition from moving from one place to another. It's just like, I mean, all those stressors that we deal with, whether moving, getting married, getting divorced, having children, death in the family, those kind of things certainly have an effect on how we deal with food, and it certainly affects me. a lot because I just let my emotions, they trigger, they're triggers. And I do my best to try to keep those triggers at bay. Doesn't always work. That's why in the last couple of years I've gained back 30 pounds. But now that I'm here with Lorraine and working with her and just getting back in focus, I've joined a running club. I did a 5K. I did a 5K this past year, and I'm trying to do good things for my body, even at this old body of mine. So to just get back on track without having to resort to things like diet pills and crap like that. And I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that in the past, so it's an easy fix. It's so.
Yeah. Another question I have here: what does your restriction feel like 10 years out? Your food
restriction is not quite as prevalent as it was. I mean, before you could eat. I mean, I can still eat a sandwich, but I can only eat maybe only half of it. So there are limits to what I can still eat. I just have to pick the right things. So, but if my restrictions, my stomach is growing just a little bit. In fact, I had a endoscopic procedure done just to kind of check things out a little while ago, and it's a little bit bigger, but it's not so big that if I were to eat right, and it would probably shrink back down. But so there is a little more consumption than there was in the past, but it's not so horrible that I mean, I can't overeat. I still can't overeat. So
that's all.
So in fact, when I do, I sneeze. It's the weirdest thing.
No, that is not weird at all. Because that was another question. I was like, do you have any sneezes or hiccups when you get to that full stage? I sneeze like.
Oh my gosh. My husband and I were out with friends. This was a couple years ago, and we had martinis, and so I had a couple of martinis. We had all this food. I sneezed a total of 14 times at that table. I was so embarrassed. My husband was starting to keep count after about the 7th or 8th time. He says, "Well, that's number 12." And so yeah, if I've had too much, I start to sneeze. It's just the weirdest thing, even to this day. In fact, today we were out and about. We had lunch, and I sneezed.
I do that same thing.
I have a question. How does alcohol affect you? Like, from before surgery and now. I mean, I'm not an alcohol drinker myself, but I know that different people, it affects them differently. So
I have to be careful because I mean I'm certainly definitely a cheap date because I don't I can one or two, and that's usually I try to limit it at that. But of late though, because of other stressors, I've been able to drink a little bit more, but it's mostly light colored alcohol and lots of mixers type stuff like diet tonic, and I like gin and tonic, and that's what I usually go to. So, but it's not too bad really. I've tried to curtail it some, but I still like it.
Yeah.
Pretty good, if I may say so myself.
Yes, Michael. I have another question for you, Judy. I want to know, we've talked about Lorraine and how wonderful she is, and I know that you say that she's helped you a lot and stuff, and I want to know, what has Lorraine done to really inspire you the most to, like, just kind of, like, get back on track and just get out there and do the things that you love to do?
I guess she's down over 100 pounds. She's worked very, very hard, and it's just seeing her go through her struggle and knowing what my struggles were like. I thought, this is crazy. I'm a healthy person, and there's no reason why I can't continue to get healthier. And she's the same way. I mean, she's awesome, and she works so hard, and I can't tell you. I mean, she's my other kid, and I just want the best for her. And she works really. She's been wanting to do this for a long time, and finally, it was able to come to fruition for her, and that was the best thing. I was here for her with her during her surgery and recovery and so on. I was here almost a month.
Oh wow.
So I was, yeah. So because by being here and going through that, it certainly has put a little buzz in my bonnet in order to continue to, get healthy again and stay healthy.
It definitely helps to have others, especially someone in your family who understands what it's like to go through weight loss surgery and
Exactly.
and stuff. And I think that's why, I'm going to speak for Michael here, but I think that's why we enjoy, we meet other weight loss surgery people, and it's that connection that we have because they can truly understand what we're going through, and they can help us through those tough times, And
I know, and I once I get back, then I plan on being on this forum on a regular basis in order to keep inspired, in order to stay motivated and to stay focused on getting back to healthy living again and feeling great. I mean, this has been awesome. It really has.
Well, please reach out to us because I know I will definitely love to speak with you and follow you.
Absolutely. I will be sure that I have all the information so we can chat anytime you want to. Anytime you want to.
That sounds great.
And we're like I said, it's I got to the point. It's easy to. We're always looking for quick fix, and that was me even 10 years ago. I thought once I had this done, I thought, well, this will be a piece of cake. Bull crap! That was not a piece of cake. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But so it's a tool, and I didn't take advantage in a lot of ways like I should have, as far as using it as a tool as opposed to as a means to an end. I wanted a quick fix, but now that then when the honeymoon was over and things started, you gain a little bit here, you gain a little bit there. Then it's up to you again or up to me to make conscious choices that are good and not destructive. Because when I go, and the cravings never freaking stop. I still want that piece of chocolate cake. I still want some ice cream, but if I do it, I am gonna suffer like hell. And and I think, and I did it, and I thought, why? What was? It's just those. It's hard to get those cravings under control for some reason for me, and I guess I just have to pay the consequences, but it's easier because I know what my limits are. So my husband will get something to eat that's really sweet, and I'll have a couple of bites, and that's it, and I'll be good. And I won't, because I know if I have any more, I'll be sick. So.
Moderation. I mean, thing that I agree is you can have anything you want pretty much in moderation, and you have to know your limits.
Yeah.
That's
well,
true. But
yeah. No, I was gonna say, I think that it never changes what our brains say and what our stomach can actually handle.
Exactly.
I think, That's
Yeah.
I always say, and I hear a lot of people saying, they do surgery on your stomach, not on your brain. So
Exactly. Yeah. They should have. So instead of doing a AI, they could have just you- uh, put something over my head to keep it from wanting to
right,
think other things. It's just I know, but
yeah,
I don't regret having it done, and I'm glad that I did. Like I said, and it's just I was shocked when I had my surgery done in Ocala, Florida, in 2004, and Dr. Jawad was my surgeon. I mean, and Marion Medical System was the one that I went to through Ocala, Florida. They were amazing. They were amazing, and that's why. So I had a good result. I had no issues afterwards with other than I mean as far as anemia and malabsorption, which was an issue that they dealt with a lot 10 years ago.
yeah.
So I didn't have to deal with that too much. I had to be careful and just do what I was told, and I did great. And then as you get past that honeymoon stage, then just a little bit here or a little bit there, and so it's just. But I had a great surgical staff, and I'll never forget. I mean, the surgery was textbook.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I have a vitamin and supplement question. Do you still take vitamins to this day and get your blood work?
I most certainly do. I have blood work done about every 6 months because I do have high blood pressure, and I've had that since I was 27 years old. It's just essential hypertension. So I do have to have my levels checked. In fact, when I get back, I have an appointment to have that done. So, and I keep those up to date. So,
That is
Good.
awesome. I'm
Yeah.
and what was
glad.
the rest?
Alicia, you got any more questions?
No, not offhand. I just want to say that maintaining Michelle, she says, "Good evening, friends." So, she's watching. So,
She
hello, Michelle.
enjoy. Well, that is all the questions I have. It has been great having you on. We have our little game coming up here that we do at the end of the show, but I would like to remind
Okay.
everybody next week, Christy will be back, and we have our guest for next week is Frenchy Girl in the USA. She will be on. So we're looking forward to having her on. So, running the show without my right hand is
I
not
know, right? You have to deal with me. You get me and not Christy. I know.
so. But y'all have any cards for our game?
Yes, I have my cards.
I have cards.
Well,
Yep.
I got a few questions, a few little game questions here. I tried to keep them appropriate, you know, for respect to issues because, we are a younger, crazier generation. So, but let's just get right into our little game. Never have I ever cheated on a test or an exam.
I have.
I have not.
What?
Uh-uh.
You
I
missed good
haven't. I
there.
know, right? I haven't. I haven't.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Never have
All
I
right,
ever.
Michael.
Never have I ever laughed so hard I peed my pants.
I have.
I have.
I think we've all done that a time or two. Let's see. Never have I ever talked my way out of a traffic ticket.
Yeah, I have.
I have tried. I have tried, but that didn't work.
Well,
Not at all.
I did one time because the guy who stopped me, I actually went to school with him, so he knew me. So I like put on my sweet face.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Never have I ever eaten a worm.
I have never.
I have never. I have not.
I have eaten a worm. Someone dared me. Um,
You mean a gummy worm or a regular worm?
I've eaten a night crawler worm, real life, squiggly, juicy worm.
Okay.
Oh. Right, move on.
Never have I ever given a fake number to somebody. Phone number.
I have.
I have.
I have never.
Oh, come on, Michael.
I give my out. No.
Oh, aren't you just...
Crazies back there in the past, I guess. Maybe I've given a fake phone number out.
Oh, wow.
Never have I ever bruised my butt bone or tailbone.
Oh, I have.
Oh, I have too. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bad.
I've
Yeah.
actually broke my tailbone. It's a funny story, big kid here, lifetime fat kid, right? But I didn't look as heavy as I was. And we were at a pool party, and we were throwing people in the pool, and this kid thought he was going to pick me up and throw me in the pool. But he picked me up, not realizing how heavy I was, and dropped me, and I hit the edge of the pool.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ouch.
I was probably about 12 years old. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Ouch.
Wow.
Or here. Never have I ever stuck my tongue out at a security camera at the ATM.
Mm.
I have never.
Yeah, I have never. You have. Well, you're just a rebel, aren't you?
I do that all the time. I see a security camera. It's like, I wonder if really anyone's really looking. So I'll walk by and I'll wave. I wonder if someone's really watching these things, But that's all we got. Nice, short, and sweet show. I mean, Judy, it was a pleasure having you on here tonight. You are amazing.
Thank you.
You are an
Well,
amazing
thank you.
lady and a successful lady. I am so proud to have you on the show and to know you. So
Well,
I mean,
thank you. It's been a pleasure. I never thought that I would do anything like this, but I am so glad that I found this forum, that I was able to relate to you all the struggles we all have at one time or another in our life, and to be able to share that with somebody who understands there's just nothing better, and I feel great. And it's been a pleasure meeting both of you, and I look forward to talking to you all again.
Yeah, we look forward to it and stuff, and I just want to say, it's really nice to talk to someone who is, farther out and just see that, it still is going to be a struggle and stuff, but it doesn't mean that we can't,
Thanks.
we go back and forth and stuff, but
We have our ups and downs, and we have, we gain weight, we lose weight, it's just, it's a vicious cycle, and it's called life is what happens when you make other plans.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and stuff. So I'm so glad I met you, and
I'm glad I met you as well.
Yeah,
It's been a
yeah,
pleasure.
yes.
Well, make sure Miss Lorraine gives you, some of the veterans in the community their YouTube channel. We do have a few
Yes.
out there that are 9 and 10 years out that
Mm-hmm.
videos. So make sure she gives you all that information. That might
Okay.
be very beneficial for you and keeping you motivated.
That's true. That's a great thing and I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, if I'd had this forum 10 years ago, things may have been different. Things I would who knows where we would be. I know I certainly wouldn't be, my weight wouldn't be up, but who knows? It's just, like I said, life is what happens when you make other plans. So, there are all kinds of stressors in our lives that that cause us to turn to food or alcohol or whatever it is to cope.
Right.
And I'm just hoping to I want a healthier coping mechanism.
There you go.
I'm looking forward to getting that from y'all.
Yeah.
Glad that you found this forum. Better late than never. Welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and in return, you'll help. I think that you will definitely help others. I've learned. I think Michael too have learned that while trying to get help for yourself, you end up helping others. Just as much.
That's right. And I love this. I do. Yeah. I just love the idea of being able to maybe give somebody a little spark of hope.
Yeah.
And I get one back.
Exactly.
So
well, thank you, Michael, for having me on.
You're welcome. For everyone out there, do not forget to go and check Alicia out on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at Real Talk Food Network over on her channel. So check them out. They're doing some amazing stuff with some food. Oh my goodness.
And tomorrow is sweet. Tomorrow is sweet.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't even know how I'm going to get through that one.
With the hope and prayer.
So, well, thank you guys.
Well, thank
Michael,
you.
Alicia, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.